Om Namah Shivaya, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica. I'm a starseed and psychic medium. I'm going to get into the Mayan oracle here shortly, but I just wanted to say thanks again for coming back to my channel. It means a lot to me. As I grow my channel, I hope that you guys are also growing in spirit. So let's begin. I have today the glyph of the white solar world bridger. The solar tone is tone number 9, and it's found always above the glyph of the day. And the world bridger energy is all about going from one point in life to the next. It could be something small, like changing lanes on the parkway, or it could be something major like changing jobs or, the birth of a new baby even. We're being guided by the white wind, which is your breath. It's communication. It's speaking your desires out into existence. The helper glyph is the red Skywalker, space, exploration, wakefulness, like being awake during the day and understanding that life is so precious. It's so finite. It's so delicate. We're being asked to access our fearlessness through the yellow warrior, our intelligence, our mastery. You're being asked to master this section of your life. Once you're able to face things with courage and integrity, you unlock the occult glyph of the day, the helper glyph, which is the blue eagle. And the blue eagle is about having that bird's eye perspective over things. It's your vision. It's the vision of what you do want to create, what you want to see created. And yes, you are in an in-between moment at this time, but every uncomfortable moment of tension is temporary. Put on a brave face for it while you rise above. Because you're going to be rising, whether you realize it or not. It's like the moment that a baby bird realizes that it is going to fly, but it realizes it mid-fall. Element of fire is the first card out today. Holy Spirit, be here now. Angels of the highest degree, be here now. Caduceus. Element of fire, that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy in the zodiac. It's also about fires of alchemical transmutation, fires inside your body as you're working out. You can feel that fire, that heat, that flame rising, along with the caduceus. Healing could also be like the marriage between wisdom and teaching. The crown chakra. Just want you guys to be able to see these. So fires, healing, crown chakra. Crown chakra is right above the top part of your head here. Capricorn, Asunda. You know what I'm getting with this? And then at the bottom, sacral. Interesting. You know what this looks like to me? This looks like healing your imagination center and healing your sacral center. Because Capricorn, okay, we have Saiki, Reiki with Pluto. Wow. Destruction, transmutation again. And this top card, the octagram, 8-pointed star. On the bottom we have Dicomio, which is great shining light. Yeah, you know what this immediately speaks to me about? So you have healed your desire center, your wants center. It's like the instant gratification center that gets people addicted to certain things, like addicted to cigarettes or addicted to Krispy Kreme donuts for whatever. I don't know, you might love donuts out there, but yeah, it's like whatever hijacked your mind and hijacked your sacral center, which is like your pleasure center, right? Had a direct connection with Capricorn energy. Perhaps had a direct connection with this type of devil energy. Well, Sehiki represents mind, body, and soul unification and healing, especially with Caduceus and coming out on top with Pluto. You know, Pluto is the planet of death and destruction. So going off of the Mayan Oracle of the Day, where we are bridging worlds, this is speaking towards using whatever energy that you were giving, I don't know, bad habits or something like that in the past. You're giving it up to healing. You're using that energy and channeling it into something better, something deeper, something that is going to outlast. Outlast like the fair weather. Okay. Nature Nurture Oracle wants to come out next. Phoenix. Interesting that Phoenix, right, is coming out on top of fire. So it's like this bird soaring up from the fire, rising from the fire. This is your rebirth. And the coolest part about it is that you know it already. It's like this has been something that you've been consciously moving and working towards for a long time. This feels like it's been a long time. Whoever I'm reading for out there. Yeah, it feels like you've really been working through this for a long ass time. The blue monkey, humor. Humor and Caduceus together. Yeah, that's beautiful. You've not lost your sense of humor throughout all of the hardships. Good grief. I think that's really important. Yeah, it was a challenge at the crown. Challenging but you stretched your imagination to the point where you were able to, you know, maintain that childlike sense of wonder and pivot on a dime's notice. You've really had to become resilient. Abundance, the buffalo, abundance in Capricorn. That's really cool because I don't know if you've ever met a Capricorn, but they have a really awesome work ethic and they are like self-made people. So this is talking about, yes, you are going to be starting something over again. And I say that because we have the phoenix bursting from the flames. So this is your rebirth, and yes, you are starting over again, but you're doing it as a wise person. You're doing it with an abundance of knowledge from the challenges, knowledge on what you shouldn't do, maybe. But whatever it is, you're not going to have to work as hard as you did before. You're going to have a lot more time for rest. Rest and asunda. That's a really nice, direct connection towards rest. It's like, you know how hard you worked before, so why would you work that hard again whenever you're getting better results this time around? It is self-mastery. I take everything that falls because as above, so below. This is great. Nurture, coral. Nurture on the sacral. So yeah, wherever you came from before, I'm getting that it just wasn't satisfactory for, like, your overall satisfaction in a way that at least honored your energy. It's like you were constantly giving. Sure, you have this infinite energy and infinite potential, but Sehiki and infinite, that energy truly belongs to you. It's up to you to give it out how you see fit. Okay, this one for sure. Detox and Pluto. And death on the octagram, the skull. That's exactly it, is you're putting to rest, again, things of your past and cycles. Octagram, 8-pointed star, 8, the infinity symbol. We also have infinite here on Sehiki, mind, body, soul connection. The infinite nature of you as a soul and your reincarnation throughout lifetime after lifetime. You know, you're letting go of so many old ways that you used to do things, but in closing out chapters of your life in this life, it closes out so many chapters in your past lives as well where you did the same thing. And that energy has like a snowball effect. So whenever you finally for good say, I'm closing the door on this, you get all of the energy from all of those lifetimes to come back, and you can utilize that now. It's like death to the endless cycle of where your energy was leaking out from. It's like you're done. You're actually done. You're actually done dealing with that bullshit that you were dealing with for so fucking long. And sorry for cussing, but wow. It's like I saw the door shut and did it ever whoosh. And you see the dust flying out from there. Let's get some Marielle Tarot out here. Yeah, that was a huge door that you just closed the chapter on. And I'm not gonna feel sad that it's shut either. And that's when you say, angels and spirits of the highest degree, thank you so much for continuing to serve and protect us. The Magician. Element of fire, right, and the Magician. Yeah, you're out here making magic moves. Thank you for assisting us in every creation that is spoken. High Priestess. At Humor and Caduceus, yeah. High Priestess, she stands in between of both of these worlds and holds this fire. Fire of the Holy Spirit in her lap. It's so cool. It's like, alchemy doesn't have to be so serious all the time, does it? But whenever you are putting yourself in the lion's den on purpose, just because you know that you're going to get some energy that you can alchemize, like, it's pretty vicious. It's pretty vicious, yeah. What's this? 7 of Cups. It's the Vice. Coming out on top of Challenge in the crown chakra. It's the Vice. It's the vice of your imagination playing tricks on you, making you think grass is greener on the other side type energy. I think that this is saying that you had a lot of temptation and a lot of things that were like pulling at your energy, but you still remembered that you are the Magician and the High Priestess. And you remembered that you're here for a very specific reason. Capricorn, abundance and judgment. An abundance of judgment. In Capricorn, devil energy, the devil is answering to you. Wow. It's like you are commanding. We have the Chariot. Asunder rests the Chariot. You are commanding this devil energy in your life to take a rest. And you're getting on the Chariot and you're riding into strength. Sacral chakra, nurture, and strength. And it's all because you did learn boundaries. You did learn boundaries through healing. 3 of discs. Beautiful energy. It's the 2 in perfect harmony, creating the 1. The 3rd. On top of infinite and Sehiki. The Hermit. Pluto, Detox, and the Hermit. So yeah, you did have to take at least some time for yourself to get rid of the lingering chains that still held onto you, that still had you bound. But if you didn't take that time, then you would never have recognized what it would be like then returning to, I don't want to say the general public, but returning to your path. 4 of discs with that mountain pass. And at the top you have that North Star, your guiding star. And at the bottom it's the Ace of Wands. Yeah, all I'm seeing is a very powerful being who knew what would and would not nurture them. And what would not nurture you is this 7 of Cups. All of the different things that try to tempt you away from your path. But this is saying all you have to do is rest, build your strength, nurture your strength, and out of your efforts comes a new path. It's like this new path that springs forth out of this is such a morbid image that Spirit is giving me right now, but it's like you are resting your energy and out of, I'm just going to change it up a little bit from the original. Wow. You're in a forest and there is a large tree. Inside the tree is a small door, and the door leads you into this other realm. It's like in Nightmare Before Christmas where they have all of those little holiday doors and things like that. Well, the tree that is in my mind's eye is way, way bigger than that. I'm talking like trunk as round as an entire house. And it's fallen down on the ground, so it's very long across the land is how I'm seeing it. But you enter down into the tree and it just opens up from there. And that's kind of how I'm seeing this type of energy unfold, is like you're walking into a totally new world but you're doing it in a way that brings you closer to something that will provide you with a lot more inner fulfillment. So even though it seems like there is a cycle that you're repeating, just know that once you get past the initial challenge of expressing your humor and your will and your own inner strength to, it's like your own inner strength to just show up as you are. There's a whole bunch of cards reversed in this deck. That is so silly. Interesting. Quest. Yeah. That's just it. As you're going on this new quest into another dimension, into a new world. It's like level up energy, but it's still your life. Okay, this top card, joy. And it's like you're leveling up inside your own life by reducing the things in it that are like stealing your joy and stealing your humor. And the best part is, it's like this decision couldn't have been easier for you. Perseverance. Quest joy, perseverance on the 7 of Cups challenge, crown chakra. Yeah, you've persevered past the FOMO, past the original idea that it might hurt in the long run. Yeah, those feelings are dissipating. Capricorn abundance, judgment dissipating. The feeling that you were even in a challenge at all is just leaving your psyche, it's leaving your nervous system, and you're finding yourself more and more at ease as you realize that there is something for you. Completion. Asunda, rest, the Chariot, and completion. The art on this card is a little bit more serious than how I'm feeling right now. And then we have rejection here at the bottom. So it's like dissipating, completion, rejection, the Chariot, rest, Asunda. Completion of your journey, right? The Chariot is about the vehicle that is being drawn. In this deck, it's drawn by wolves. So I just feel like the long journey is at its rest after this judgment was called down. You called the judgment down, and then you were finally able to rest. It's like taking off your work boots after a long day. And then we have sacral chakra, nurture, strength, and rejection. Maybe it did have to look like rejection. Maybe it did look like you were choosing yourself over somebody else and they took it too hard. Mysticism. Sehiki, infinite, 3 of discs. Mysticism. Miracle. Pluto, detox, hermit, miracle. And one more. Let's wrap this layer up. Let's wrap this up. Impasse. Octagram, death, 4 of discs, impasse. Yeah. So whenever it comes to this mysticism energy on the 3 of discs on infinite, it's you understanding that whatever it is that you birth into the world, it will take on a life of its own. With its own mind, body, and soul connection. Along with Hermit and the Miracle, Detox, and Pluto, you know. This is a type of energy that people pray for and that people go into a life of asceticism for, is they'll remove themselves from anything that could tempt them away from their relationship with the divine and tempt them away from the outcome that they have in their mind's eye. And I think that this is what it's asking you to do, collective, is it's asking you to try a little bit harder. By saying impasse at 4 of discs, you know, there's something standing in your way. There's something still that needs to be released. And that's all fine and dandy too, but at the end of the day, you do have that perseverance. And you do have the imagination. You do have the miracle mindset. Okay? So the earth comes out on top of quest, magician, right of the phoenix, your birthright, and the element of fire. Fire on earth. The quest for the crown. The crown of feathers. I wanted to say flowers, but feathers came out. Crown of joy. High priestess, humor, caduceus. It's wearing your joy as if it's a crown. It's having a hard day and finding the silver lining within it. Gaslighting. Yeah, you don't want to gaslight yourself. Perseverance into thinking that that's like you knowing that a bad choice is still a bad choice, but you're trying to make yourself feel better about it. So you have to make up some sort of a story to tell yourself, like, oh, well, it's my cheat day and I can have one of those. Or, you know, the list can go on and on when it comes to gaslighting. But resistance. Resistance coming out on dissipating, judgment, abundance, and Capricorn. Resisting the urge to allow this energy to be released. It's like, I really am just getting so much resistance coming out of this entire reading in general, honestly. It's like this message just did not want to come out. Strength on top of completion, the chariot, rest, and ascenda. And autumn. Autumn, rejection, strength, nurture, and sacral chakra. Maybe there's something that you have to make a decision by the autumn. And with this gaslighting card coming out up here, it's like you know that there's something in your life that just doesn't fit. It just doesn't belong anymore. And sure, there might be some benefits towards participating in it, but the overall energy is speaking towards actually facing something head on. And despite the amount of resistance that you feel coming up from all different angles, it's like by the autumn, you're eventually just going to throw your hands up and say, fuck it. I know what I want. Nothing in this situation is like bringing me any joy or peace, or, you know, you're feeling a lot of rejection coming up around whatever's happening, right? So again, we have the solar plexus chakra here coming out with Sehiki, Infinite, Three of Discs, Mysticism, solar plex. Yeah, you feel it in your gut. Ooh. Maybe there is another person in your energy who doesn't want to see you succeed. And they don't even know why they don't want to see you succeed. They just don't want to see you doing, like, better or happy without them or some stupid shit like that. The desert. And then at the end, light at the end of the tunnel at the bottom. This energy kind of sucks, not gonna lie. Like, I definitely try to make these readings positive as I possibly can, because we don't need a lot of extra negativity being spewed out there. But this is just some really challenging, heavy energy on the table right now. And it's asking you to have the mind-body-soul connection and understand the infinite type of nature that you have. But this predator card, you know, there is a predator in your life who, I'm seeing the gaslighting, I'm seeing the resistance. There's somebody in your life who maybe you live with them, maybe it's a roommate or like a friend or even a family member, who's always rejected your strength and rejected the way that you nurture, rejected the way that you love, and yet still they're in your space and in your energy. You know, coming up against this solar plex, it's like you had to make yourself small just to feel like you had somewhere to be, like somewhere to go. And then we have octagram, death, Four of Discs, impasse, and desert. Desert is dry, it's unforgiving, it's hot. And we have it in the same line as the sun, as the solar plex. It's like there's not a lot of things that can live in the desert. I think that's why we have the death card along with that. And impasse, it's like, you know that where you are, nothing will really grow there. So you're at the impasse. And you are kind of looking for the miracle. But I think those other people can see that. Let's get one more line out. Renewing your life. Radiant vitality is filling my life. And look, it's like literally pushing a box off of a cliff. It's like, I'm getting rid of this shit now. I'm getting rid of these shitty feelings. Maybe you are holding on to some things in the past that just need let go from. Renewing your life. Renewing the earth. A quest to renew earth. Renew your body. It's like waking up and remembering that you don't have to put up with certain people's bullshit anymore. Just because they want you to doesn't mean that you have to. Embracing the future. I step into the future with an open heart. Yeah, caduceus, humor. High priestess, joy. Crown chakra, embracing the future. And exceeding expectations, I soar into excellence. Exceeding expectations. Yeah, that's like, you ever have somebody tell you that you'll never accomplish something, and then you go out and you do it better than they ever could? It's kind of like that in this energy. It's like there's been somebody in your life who has told you that you ain't shit and you'll never accomplish it, especially by whatever it is that is your dreams in your imagination, like that you're forming from the crown. You're forming these ideas out of thin air and literally working on your path to accomplish it and to do it. And there's people here who just want to meddle because they just want to meddle, because they don't understand or see the reasons why you're doing it. So they have everything in the book that they could even begin to like start talking to you about, or talking about the situation, but they have no actual idea like what's happening or anything like that. They just want to meddle to meddle. Coming into power, I step into my power boldly and confidently. I'm getting ramped up now. It's like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, you're coming into your power after all of this resistance and planting seeds. Seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. Could be the same, could be these acorns here, huh? Yeah, maybe. But whatever it is that you guys are struggling with, just know that it's temporary, and it's by design structured to phase out of your life. So while you do have to deal with it at least a little bit at some point, revealing radiance, my light illuminates the world. Yeah, there will be some things revealed in the autumn, and that's, I think, when you are going to see whatever this situation is really playing itself out. Really playing itself out. Thank God. Stepping into stillness. My power is born in the majesty of silence. It's pretty. I don't think I've ever seen this card before. Yeah, that's beautiful. So stepping into stillness, coming out on top of solar plexus chakra, it's saying that, you know, you can use stillness as a tool while you are still in the in-between stages that you find yourself in, right? It might feel like an unending circumstance, but, you know, mysticism coming out on top of the Three of Discs, that's some real alchemy. That's two people. That's two creating the third. It's two people coming together, and a third entity is like born from that. And it doesn't have to be a baby. It could just be a form of joy and creation that you feel in the midst of another human being, you know, or when you come home and you see your dog or your cat or your beloved pet, and they just light you up on the inside, you know. That energy is contagious, and it takes you out of a darker space and allows you to step more into stillness. I'm seeing here. Oops. Expecting miracles. That's really cool that we have the miracle card coming out on top of this miracle card. So 2 miracles flanking a predator. I would say that that is a really good omen. And that's coming out on top of the Hermit, Detox, and Pluto. So there were a lot of really deep, dark things that you had to transition out of. But you're being encouraged to keep going. And listen with your heart. I trust the messages I receive from my heart. Yeah. You'll get out of this, collective. I just know you will. I just know you will. Mending bridges. There's nowhere to go except through it, and you're already making your way through it. This was some heavy energy, and if this reading resonates with you, my heart goes out to you, because I know that you are a fighter, and I know that you're not going to give up. You're going to persevere through whatever comes your way. You're a strong cookie. You are a very tough cookie. And you got this, okay? So I'm going to leave the reading here. Thanks again for coming back to my channel. I hope that you liked the reading. Press the like button if you did. Share with your friends that resonate. And comment down below. Yeah, subscribe to my channel. Om Namah Shivaya. Bye-bye.